Cats are experts at hiding discomfort. In the wild, showing weakness can mean danger, so even our domesticated companions often mask their pain, stress, or illness behind quiet behaviors. But a careful eye can see the truth. A cat's body, posture, habits, and tiny changes in daily rhythm all reveal more than they intend to show. This video uncovers the subtle, often overlooked signs that your cat may be unhealthy. Not the dramatic ones everyone knows, but the small shifts. The ones hidden in their grooming, their appetite, their silence, even the way they rest. If you truly understand these early signals, you can protect your cat long before the problem grows. Sometimes, saving a life begins with noticing what seems insignificant. 1. A sudden change in grooming habits. Cats are meticulous creatures. A healthy cat spends a surprising portion of its day grooming, smoothing every strand of fur with quiet precision. So when this rhythm breaks, either by grooming excessively or stopping almost entirely, it's one of the clearest early signs that something is wrong. Over-grooming can signal anxiety, skin irritation, parasites, or internal discomfort they are trying to soothe through repetition. On the other hand, when a cat stops grooming, allowing its coat to become dull, oily, or knotted, it often indicates deeper health issues, pain, dental problems, depression, or even the beginning of a serious illness. Cats don't change their grooming habits without a reason. Their fur becomes a mirror, reflecting what their words never could. If your cat's coat suddenly looks different, or their grooming routine shifts dramatically, it's not vanity. It's a quiet plea for attention and care. 2. Unusual lethargy or sudden loss of energy. A healthy cat carries a quiet spark, a readiness to move, observe, explore, and react. Even the calmest cats have a natural alertness in their eyes and a subtle rhythm in their body. When that spark dims, it's never random. A cat that suddenly sleeps far more than usual, ignores playtime, stops greeting you, or lies in one place for hours without changing position may be fighting something its body can't hide anymore. Lethargy is often one of the earliest signs of illness in cats, long before more visible symptoms appear. Pain, infection, fever, anemia, kidney issues, or even emotional distress can drain their energy silently. A cat who once watched every sound now ignores movement. A cat who played at night now barely lifts its head. A cat who followed you around the home now stays motionless in the same spot. Cats don't become lazy overnight. A sudden decrease in energy is their way of telling you their body is struggling, and they need help long before they will ever show it clearly. 3. Changes in appetite or eating behavior. Cats don't adjust their eating habits casually. A healthy cat has a predictable rhythm. They know when they're hungry, when they're satisfied, and how to pace themselves. So when a cat suddenly eats far less, stops eating entirely, or even begins overeating, it's never just a mood. It's a warning signal. A loss of appetite can point to dental pain, kidney problems, fever, digestive issues, stress, or serious underlying illness. Even missing a single meal is unusual for cats and should be taken seriously. Their bodies are not designed to go without food for extended periods. Doing so can quickly become dangerous. On the other hand, a cat that suddenly begs for food constantly, eats aggressively, or gains weight rapidly may be dealing with hormonal imbalances, parasites, diabetes, or emotional distress. Food is survival. When a cat changes its relationship with food, its body is telling a story, one you cannot afford to ignore. 4. Irregular or difficulty-based breathing patterns. A cat's breathing is naturally soft, steady, and almost silent. So when something shifts, a slight wheeze, a noticeable effort in each breath, rapid shallow inhaling, or pauses that feel too long, these changes often signal a health issue long before anything else becomes visible. Respiratory problems in cats rarely appear dramatically at first. They begin with subtle clues. A cat choosing to sit upright instead of lying down because breathing feels easier, a slight flare of the nostrils, a gentle rise and fall of the stomach that seems more pronounced than usual, or a faint, persistent sound in the chest when they exhale. Cats struggle silently with conditions like asthma, heart disease, allergies, infections, fluid buildup, or airway obstruction. Because they instinctively hide weakness, most owners only notice severe symptoms late, but the early clues are in the rhythm of their breath. A cat that avoids physical play, becomes anxious when lying on its side, or seems to focus on every inhale is not being dramatic. It is conserving strength. It is compensating. It is trying to manage something its body can no longer balance on its own. Breathing should never look like work. When it does, your cat is telling you, quietly but urgently, that something is wrong. 5. Sudden changes in litter box. Habits. Cats are naturally clean, careful, and consistent animals. They develop strong routines around their litter box, returning to it with remarkable reliability. So when a cat suddenly begins avoiding the litter box, going outside of it, straining to urinate, visiting the box repeatedly without results, or showing signs of discomfort while inside, these behaviors are not mischief. They are signals of distress. Litter box changes often reveal issues long before a cat shows outward pain. Difficulty urinating may indicate a urinary blockage, crystals, or infection, conditions that can become life-threatening in hours, not days. Defecating outside the box can point to discomfort, inflammation, stress, or digestive problems. Excessive digging, vocalizing in the box, or standing in unusual postures suggest internal pressure or irritation. Even subtle changes, like choosing different corners of the home or hesitating before entering the box, show that something about their body or environment has become uncomfortable or frightening. Cats do not act out with their litter habits. They communicate. And when their routines shift, especially around something as sensitive as elimination, it's one of the clearest signs that their health needs immediate attention. Cats rarely show illness in obvious ways. They whisper it. In a change of rhythm, a broken routine, a quiet hesitation, or a subtle shift in the way they breathe, groom, eat, or move. To truly protect a cat, you must learn to read these whispers long before they become cries. Every small sign you notice early can make the difference between a minor issue and a dangerous one. A sudden change in appetite, energy, grooming, or litter box habits is not a phase. It is a message, and your willingness to listen is the most powerful tool your cat has. The sooner you recognize these clues, the sooner you can act, and the safer your cat's future becomes. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these signs surprised you the most? Share it in the comments. Your story might help another cat owner catch the warning in time.